virtue of the powers vested in me, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees and diplomas with all the associated rights and privileges will be conferred and awarded to the candidates whose names appear in the program. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request you to join us in a silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements of our students today. Thank you. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the autumn graduation ceremony in the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to officiate at this auspicious occasion where we'll be rejoicing and celebrating the success of our graduates. And on behalf of all of us here, I congratulate each and every graduate on achieving this important milestone. Just on a bit of a statistics, at this graduation ceremony, we have 335 degrees that will be conferred, and 8 postgraduate certificates will be awarded. And in total, 11,423 worthy graduates will walk across this stage in a series of 32 graduation ceremonies. But for this morning, it's only 375, so don't be alarmed. The past few years in higher education have been quite hectic, and we encountered abnormal circumstances, and many students, including yourselves, have actually faced enormous challenges, particularly those that were at undergraduate level and on campuses. Even those that were not on campuses to some extent were affected because they couldn't attend to their studies. However, we are happy that, your achievement today demonstrated, the required aptitude, your perseverance, your self-discipline and self-respect has actually enabled you to be here today. And if you didn't believe in yourselves, it would be a different story. But I know that you have put in many hours of hard work to study in order to succeed at the university. But you faced the normal academic and non-so-normal societal challenges throughout the years. Apart from what was happening in the university, we know that you have lives and there are different kinds of challenges there. And you could have been stuck in these problems like some of the students do and not succeed, either drop out, but you made sure that you were on campus, you were in the libraries, you were attended to by your lecturers, and hence the outcome today. And on this occasion, it is appropriate to acknowledge everyone who has supported you. And I mean everyone, whether it's academically, financially, or emotionally, because they've also been very committed to contribute to your success. And first, we are grateful for our our outstanding corps of dedicated academic staff members under the able leadership of the Dean, Professor Elsa B. Lutz, and her team, Deputy Dean Oberholzer and others, for giving of themselves to produce the results we see today. Their time, their knowledge, and most importantly, their capacity and love for teaching and research, coaching and mentoring has enabled this group of graduates today who we are very proud of as the University of Pretoria. And second, we are grateful for the contribution of the back office administrative staff and support services, because these are people who work very quietly and are often behind the scenes, and they make campus life a rewarding experience for our students and everyone else that works here. And these include the admin staff, who work long hours to get students registered, facilitate student financial aid, stock and man libraries, process marks, and make sure there are lectures and lecturing venues where you will be taught. Also staff who look after our students in health and wellness, often extremely touched by the circumstances. Lately, we see in higher education that a lot of our students are under stress. Some are up to a point of being suicidal. And the health and wellness services that we have at the university, although it has its own challenges, is able to assist our students, including those with disabilities. And I wish to thank them here, because some of you who have gone through these programs wouldn't have been here today. And of course, those that ensure that there's safety on campus, in our residences, and everywhere else. Also, our dedicated top-notch student life experiences at the university, sports, culture, extramural activities. This includes the Student Representative Council as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know that universities are actually very complex organizations, and many people probably would not appreciate that, but we are sharing that with you. These are very complex organizations, and every contribution is intended to ensure that the success and well-being of our students is put right at the top. And in the absence of these students, we also acknowledge that, we will not be able to have a university life as we have it. And we acknowledge every staff member of the university who have played a role, and with all the experience that you have had, to make it a worthwhile experience for you to have stayed up to today at the university. Some of you will be proceeding with your postgraduate studies. Some are already in those programs. And we hope that this experience that you have earned here today will make you an integral part of the University of Pretoria going forward. And of course, it would have not been possible for you, the graduates today, if you didn't get all the unwavering support from your family, from your friends, from your partners in business, or your private life, your sponsors, and so on and so forth. In other words, you didn't do it alone, and you know that for a fact. So it is an honor for us to have you in our audience, those who are sitting up there. We know that you have made a contribution, and you are seeing the fruits of your labor and commitment up to this day by witnessing what will happen here today. And I wish to thank you, and I think you deserve a round of applause. And now to our dear graduates, as you graduate today, you can take pride in the fact that you have studied at one of the best faculties in South Africa. In 2017, the QS ratings put our faculty here on the subject rankings in the top 4% worldwide in the field of accounting and finance. Now, 4%, the top 4% worldwide in the field of accounting and finance. And of course, number 1 in South Africa. And second, economics and econometrics at UP is placed in the top 6% in the world. So you know the value of the qualification you're getting today. It means you can work anywhere else in the world, but don't go there. We need you here. You know we have a problem with our economy. And in addition, accounting students at UP score on average 94.2% in the ITC and the final assessment of core technical competence required to become a chartered accountant, making them eminently employable. Although the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences is one of the largest faculties at the UP, it strives to achieve academic excellence. It also prides itself in being a student-friendly faculty and is committed to supporting our students to achieve their dreams. So we are conscious of the fact that a good education involves more than just book knowledge. And for this reason, we provide various platforms of extramural activities for our students to become well-rounded citizens. And you have witnessed that throughout the years. Whether it is in sports or in culture, we actually provide that to you, not to be just fixated on your books so that you can socialize with others. And we really need our students to have a balanced life. And as we release you today, we are confident that you are balanced. You have been able to learn as much as you could at the university. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, today is a very important day to our graduates. It's a day for us to celebrate. And we know that some of you are excellent performers with A averages. And of course, the A's are cool because they come with PECs, they come with all kinds of things. But you need to be able to balance your life in such a way that your social interaction with other people assists you to have this rewarding experience. Now, as you pursue a career after techies, I encourage you to continue seeking this kind of balance in your life. And I know that some of you are religious people. Continue to do that. It brings in the balance. Some are sporty. Don't say when you start earning money now, you don't play sport or you don't, do other things outside your field, including singing. We have incredible talent of singers here at this university. Sometimes I just wonder why some of these students are not in the music classes. We find them in all kinds of disciplines, but not singing. Now, I'm about to conclude my message to you, but I would like to encourage you to actually, particularly in this faculty, to continue to be constructive in society, continue to rise above the rest. in your specializations, learn more as much as you can. There are too many dynamics in this society that you cannot just stick to your own specialization. A multidisciplinary approach is very helpful to all of us. However, I trust that you will live well with integrity, and especially in careers that have come under severe scrutiny in recent times. And you have the power to make things change. And you know what I mean. The auditing profession is under serious scrutiny. So you just do the right thing. Because these are the values that you have learned at this university. And you will be joining a proud community of tax alumni and use these networks to keep in touch. And I want to put it very plainly, but politely, that when you start making money, the money, the thing we trained you for, could you give us some of that? Because, as you know, there are many, many students at this university who cannot afford to be here. And we rely on our alumni and other people to assist us for these students to continue their studies. So please remember that. And we know that you will be worthy ambassadors with very illustrious careers as you go outside. And I thank you very much. I will now request the Deputy Dean and supervisors to introduce to me the candidates whose names appear in the program today.
Meneer die vice-rector, die promotor sal nou die doktersgraadkandidaat aan u voorstel. Mr. Vice Principal, the supervisor will now introduce the doctoral candidate.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Jean-Pierre Creer, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled A Strategic Thinking Approach to the Delivery of a Creative and Adaptive Strategy, prepared under my supervision. In his thesis, A Strategic Thinking Approach to the Delivery of a Creative and Adaptive Strategy, the promovendus investigated the extent to which strategic thinking is used by South African organizations to determine commonly used tools, elements, and mechanisms as inputs into the conceptualization of a strategic thinking approach for the delivery of a creative and adaptive strategy. This study identified the extent to which traditional paradigms, as well as internal and external organizational dynamics, impact strategy. A pragmatic philosophy guided the sequential explanatory mixed methods research design, using both quantitative and qualitative methods. Data were gathered firstly through questionnaires distributed among employees dealing directly with strategy, and secondly through interviews with subject matter experts. Statistical analyses of quantitative data included cluster analysis, cross-tabulations, factor analysis, correlation analysis, and multiple regression analysis. A thematic content analysis was conducted on the interview content. The study proved that a strategic thinking approach exists as an alternative strategy-making approach to rational strategic planning. It identified best practice tools and elements, including several alternative mechanisms. The strategic thinking construct was used as the foundation for the development of a robust conceptual strategic thinking framework. The proposed framework would proactively enable organizations to create new perspectives and unique strategic combinations, define strategic intent, and generate future value to ensure success through competitive advantage in a radically changing, uncertain and complex business environment. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
Please stand. I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Commerce in Business Management. Sharon Badenhorst. Phumzile Langeni. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all requirements for the degree Master of Philosophy in Entrepreneurship. Nsembu Makubele. Reinhard Mostert. Lubinda Mubita. Edith Sankobe. Tendai Chikure. Leratu Mabena. Ingrid Majosi. Princess Nkambule. Nokutula Nyamweda. Wenzel Skuman. Emeka Ugwu. Willem van Deventer. Master of Philosophy in Business Management, Responsible Leadership, Jaco Besuidenhout. Venile Kabini. Unakha Mpelo. Kathleen Mahil Miller. Johanna Zili. Master of Philosophy in Business Management, Supply Chain Management, Donald Mpuluwane. Panashe Mututu. Puelano Nkombua. Fransja Skutte. Takati Shika. David Willoughby. Mark Alden. Kirsten Dutuma. Christopher Junge. Obakeng Kuno. Minuet van Nieuwenhuizen. Johan Vermeulen. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Commerce Honours in Business Management. Tara Ferreira. Megan MacDonald. Michelle Peterson. Claudia Aldadev. Dian Beetge. Edward Blom. Maxine Boetes, with distinction. Iman Karim. Thomas Carruthers. Ashwell Dixon. Sitembiso Dlamini. Sadia Ibrahim. Roxanne Grobler. Johanel Groenewald. Aviva Hoekstra, with distinction. Ryan Jamison. Caitlin Jameen. Yuselet Janssen. Logan Keane. Callan Locke. Malente Modungwa. Resejo Faditswe Molopiane. Tasman Nichols. Jessica Pallett, with distinction. Michael Peterson, with distinction. Carla Ruet. Gerard Uys. Dion van den Berg. Kyle van Rensburg. Courtney van Sail. Mark Venter. Meneer die vice-rektor, die volgende kandidaate het voldoen aan al die vereistes vir die graad baccalaureus kommerkie en voorsieningskettingsbestuur. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Commerce in Supply Chain Management. David Ahlers. Clayton Baneman. Nkensani Baloyi. Byron Breitenbach, with distinction. Tinita Burger. Tanya Chellen. Ayrton Coelho. Anime Kutsie. Damon de Gouveia. Sebolaishi Dolo. Tian Dupree. Zoe Dupree. Ipeleng Habedi, with distinction. Daniel Hanekom, with distinction, met lof. Daniel Hunter. Meiberg Jansen van Vuren. Stella Jaqueta, with distinction. Reinu Jordan. Golofelo Khatle. Lyn Klopper. Minjo Creer. Janine Koen. Tandeka Kumalu. Lara Lemmer. Carly Leroux. Arabella Letsualo, Courtney Lindsay, Nonkululeka Lusenga, Mokhadi Mabala, Ntabeleng Mabula, Marvin Machika, Beauty Mashlangu, Mpo Makwatane, Sibongiseni Masemene with distinction, Emma Mashilu with distinction, This candidate also receives the award of the Vice Chancellor and Principal for the best performance in the MS faculty in 2017. Laura Mfumande, Charles Minard, Lesedi Muela, Victoria Moffat, Leslie Mukhale, Leratu Moloi, Maslogonolo Mutengu, Sifiso Msomi, Jacqueline Mayberg, Johnny Nudia, Karabu Nkabinde, Almernay Oorendal, Danielle Phillips, Shaldine Pieterse, Willem Pieterse, Sasha Robertse, Estienne Rousseau, Wiflis Sambu, Nkediwe Samuel, Elizabeth Simon, Daniel Smith, Daniel Smith. John Ray Swanepoel. Wandile Temba. Samkelwa Tabete. Duduzile Tusi. Queen Tlobatla. Sanelisiwe Tangana. Pierre van Pletsen. Johan van Sail. Jan Willem Visser. Daniel Wiet. John Williams. Tawando Zakiu. Baccalaureus Kumerki, Bachelor of Commerce, Wasim Abu Bakr. Mohammed Saad Alma Suleiman. Aaron Bressler with distinction, Metlof. Sharnay Burger. Grant Keister. Matuso Kibi. Claudio de Sousa Alegria. Erin Dick. Troy Dodds. Wazir Ibrahim. Zawir Ibrahim. Sahif Essa Suleiman. Alexandru Faria. Eric Fernandez. Vuyiswa Ganya. Priska Gotu. Amy Hughes. Safwan Ismail Abdul. Abigail Jalele. Craig Johnstone. Oluwatobe Julahula. Matsela Khomo. Michael Koolmeier. Lohan Kreur. Andile Kumalu. Kololo Lekoma. Kolofelo Linguati. Lediwe Mabena. Zama Yengwayo Magwaza. Penny Matlalela. Ofenche Matlase. Ompile Makufane. Kahisanu Maleka. Mpo Mamatela. Tenjiwe Maseku. Sidwell Mashishi. Bongani Masuku. Akasia May. Miles McDonough. Julia McGrath, with distinction, met lof. Sipesishle Ndluli. George Mukwena. Uarabile Molosi. Kahishu Monakedi. Moshlapishi Moshidi. Camille Naidu. Fano Nemakonde. Kanyisa Ngwenya. Ikanyeng Nyatlo. Sipesihle Nyembe. Pascal Pelami Monkam. Bochoko Pimpi. Kenosi Pitsu. Michelle Potgieter. Adrian Prinsloo. Fiwe Pukanoa. Mamatlaweng Rakhalakane. Naledi Ramakgopa. Simon Rnyowa. Andrew Russell. Tebogo Scott. Tamani Sioga. Kanya Sumjala. Sumay Sutherland with distinction, met lof. Never mind. Lefa Tlolokae. Madeleine Trotter. Nicholas Turnbull. Jingyan Wang. Tyler Ware. Margriet Wessels. Kulusande Kulu. Baccalaureus Commerce in Entrepreneurship, Bachelor of Commerce in Entrepreneurship. Daniela Alvarez. David Alvierinos. Emile Bourreau-Nel. Paul Brandt. Jason Dominy. Michaela Easton. Jonathan Elof. Samantha Forrester, with distinction, met lof. Nicole Garcia. Lukanye Tilichana. Mayuri Gramani. Byron Hamilton. Guguletu Milongu. Kondile Ndlovu. Ndibuwo Neluheni. James Pallant, with distinction, met lof. Yoshil Pitamber. Elizabeth Pretorius. Renee Pretorius. Wade Schlebusch. Fransha Snoek. Charlie Sulea, with distinction, met lof. Rousseau Stevens. Ruan van Niekerk. Bradley van Rooyen. Kirsten Zili. Baccalaureus Commercie in Ondernemingsbestuur, Bachelor of Commerce in Business Management, Dean Ackhurst. Elsabe Alberts. Nicholas Annandale. Sheldon Anstey. Christos Apospouris. Stuart Armstrong. Tamarin Basson. Sebastian Bilderman. Dandrei Bischoff. Gert Blighnout. Adam Boysen. Ricardo Borges. Angelique Broodryk. Matthew Burgess. Brian Callow. Ries Karstens. Antonio Catania. Yu Chiu. Karen Chulu. Mariana Klaassen. Robin Cleesby. Bianca Klingham. Shantay Kutsia. Dario Daconte Chao. Deandra Dalhuisen. Claudio de Almeida, with distinction, Metlof. Zenaide de Jager, with distinction, Metlof. This candidate also receives the Department of Business Management Achievement Prize for the best students during the 3-year study period for the degree BCom in Business Management. Zander de Jager. Ngao Digale. Sanele Dlamini. Yulaine Dubrain. Chelsea Duffield. Marion de Toey. Ingrid Engelbrecht. Martin Fourie. Tyler Fox, with distinction, Metlof. Mark Geefers. Kyle Gibbons. Shani Giles. Dean Groenewald. Kimberly Hansmeyer. Stephanie Hanworth Horden. Judy Harton. Megan Higgs. Michael Holden. Johannes Jansen van Vuren. Kyla Jardim. Rais Jochi. Kanyisile Kabini, Jaeyon Kim, Jan Kleinans, Troy Lawrence, Brian Leach, June Low, Duncan Lonsdale, Lee Ma, Nomalizo Mabika, Salome Mabilu, Leslie Mabona, Mpo Mabuza, Anele Madikizela, Mokhanya Makatu, Laken Manning, Valerie Mbulo, Kelly McLaughlin with distinction, met lof. Kenau Mittelerkamp, Amy Mitchell, Nanele Mlambo, Naleri Mokhotsi with distinction, met lof. Bokang Mokheti, Catherine Morris, Pamela Mtsweni, Nzimbululu Mulotsi. Sorry. Philip Miller, Petrus Nudea, Erika Nell, Rose Ngwenya, Sechaba Ntebele, Idela O'Neill with distinction, met lof. Sean Phillips, Lauren Pitt with distinction, met lof. Joshua Quiteres, Letabo Ramutibe, Johan Lee Reineke with distinction met lof. Curtis Richardson. Kyle Royds. Zander Sagse. Tyler Scrivens. Twene Sekhala. Lesego Selepe. Atang Sedikwe. Roberta Shinnes with distinction met lof. Vicky Simons. Sandile Sisulu. Vian Slabbert. Stuart Smith. Aditi Surya Kumar. Abigail Stolz. Christine Terblans with distinction met lof. Kamugeli Tlalakale. Libby Tillema. Jamie Tweedy. Maxine van Heerden. Christian van Staden. Zandri van Tonder. Leo van Wymeers. Kerry van Sail. Monique Venter. Marissa Vermeulen. Zezi Tswang. Marie Welsford. Nicole Wilkes with distinction met lof. Brandon Zanda. Tobeka Zulu. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the postgraduate diploma in integrated reporting. Dudunani Nesamari. Morawane Senawana. Gideon Struwig. Except for this young lady.
I now request the Dean to introduce to me the candidate for the presentation of the award of the Vice Chancellor and Principal in the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences.
Mr. Vice Principal, I have the honor to introduce to you Ms. Emma Ntabiseng Mashilu for the presentation of the award of the Vice Chancellor and Principal. Emma Ntabiseng Mashilu complied with all requirements for the Bachelor of Economic and Management Sciences in Supply Chain Management degree on 30 November 2017, and the degree was conferred on her today with distinction. She distinguished herself during 2017 as the overall top achiever in the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to present the candidate with the award of the Vice Chancellor and Principal.
I hereby present Mashilo Emma Ntabiseng with the award of the Vice Chancellor and Principal. Quite a remarkable achievement there. This student started on our Mamelodi program on a foundation phase, and she ended up being a top student in the faculty, as you can see. Now, let us now give our graduates a big hand of applause. Thank you. And I would now like to ask our graduates to applaud their families, friends, and spouses for the support over these many years. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the proceedings. And before we close, I wish to invite all present here for refreshments afterwards in a marquee outside here, outside the hall here. And now you are requested to stand for the singing of the national anthem and remain standing until the assembly has been dissolved and the academic process has left the auditorium. The words of the national anthem are printed on the inside back cover of the program. By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I hereby dissolve this Assembly of the University of Pretoria.